On March 11, 2011, a powerful earthquake off the coast of Japan unleashed a tsunami that would become one of the most devastating natural disasters in human history. Entire towns vanished, a nuclear plant was crippled, and the world watched in horror. But what exactly happened? Why was Japan, a country prepared for disasters, caught off guard? Japan lies on the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area of intense seismic activity due to constantly shifting tectonic plates. It's one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world. Earthquakes occur frequently here, and the country is no stranger to tsunamis. The Japanese word tsunami literally means harbor wave. At 2:46 p.m. local time, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck beneath the ocean floor, 72 kilometers east of the Oshika Peninsula. The shaking lasted over 6 minutes. Buildings swayed violently across Tokyo, 373 kilometers away. This was the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in Japan, and the fourth most powerful in the world since 1900. The undersea megathrust rupture lifted the seafloor by several meters, displacing an enormous volume of water. Tsunami waves began racing outward at jetliner speeds, up to 800 kilometers per hour. In just 30 minutes, the waves reached the Tōhoku coastline. Some were over 40 meters high. Towns like Rikuzentakata and Minami-Sanriku were nearly wiped off the map. Buildings, cars, boats, and entire neighborhoods were swept inland or destroyed. The waves surged as far as 10 kilometers inland in some places. Even with Japan's seawalls and early warning systems, the sheer power of the tsunami overwhelmed all defenses. One of the most frightening consequences of the tsunami was the failure at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The plant's backup generators, located in the basement, were flooded, cutting power to cooling systems. Tsunami waves began racing outward at jetliner speeds, up to 800 kilometers per hour. This nuclear disaster became the worst since Chernobyl. Over 15,000 people lost their lives. Thousands more were injured or declared missing. The waves surged as far as 10 kilometers inland in some places. The elderly and children were among the most vulnerable, with entire communities of retirees lost. The international community responded quickly. Over 160 countries offered assistance. Rescue teams from the US, South Korea, and other nations arrived within days. Millions in donations were raised for relief and reconstruction. Rebuilding Japan's coastal regions took years and continues even today. Entire communities were relocated to higher ground. New, taller seawalls were constructed, and updated disaster plans were put into place. Despite the immense cost, the spirit of resilience among the survivors fueled progress. The 2011 tsunami highlighted the need for better infrastructure, faster alert systems, and public education on disaster response. New global monitoring networks were established, improving data sharing between nations. Today, Japan runs some of the most sophisticated tsunami simulations in the world. Experts agree that another major earthquake and tsunami could occur again in the region. The Pacific Plate continues to shift under immense pressure. It's not a matter of if, but when. The waves surged as far as 10 kilometers inland in some places. Even with Japan's seawalls and early warning systems, the sheer power of the tsunami overwhelmed all defenses. It's a solemn reminder of nature's power and the human cost of unpreparedness. Through remembrance, Japan hopes to build a safer, more resilient future. The Tōhoku Tsunami left scars on both the land and the soul of Japan, but in its wake, it also sparked reform, global cooperation, and a renewed commitment to respecting the forces beneath our feet. Thank you for watching.